is up, gamers? Pineapple Owl back here once again. We're starting the another chapter in the Story of Kratos series. We're going to be starting off with the very first game, God of War. Came out in 2005. As I said, it was the very first game that launched what is now a franchise. It's my personal favorite in the what I would consider the original games, the Greek mythology games. There was a vibe and an atmosphere befitting of the time. It was just complemented very well. It was not necessarily edgy, but just in a way that was, I don't know. Again, it could be nostalgia speaking, but I just felt like there's a atmosphere that this game had that no other game was quite matched, in my opinion. And I just personally, it's one of my favorites. I like it a lot. So yeah, there was a rumor which I have heard both. It's correct and not correct from various sources. So I'm just not sure. But I heard a rumor at one time that basically the reason why they Santa Monica Studios made this game was it was basically their branch off from Sony. It was their response to Devil May Cry, because Devil May Cry was doing really well, and that was a game that was developed by Capcom, which I think, can't remember if that was before or after, or if it even happened at all when Sony acquired Capcom. But basically, it was a Japanese-led studio that made Devil May Cry, and this was basically an American studio trying to have their own hack and slash and trying to get some success from what Devil May Cry's success had. So yeah, here we go. This is again, I'm playing it on PlayStation 3. The original release was in 2005 on PlayStation 2, but I'm doing it on PS3 for ease of streaming, basically. But it's part of the God of War collection, which has basically all the games minus Ascension and the ones that take place in Norse mythology. And yeah, there you go. Games are known for their banger soundtracks, that's for sure. Let's get this thing started. It'll be fun. This is probably the game I was most looking forward to playing. So So yeah, again, they sticking to their slightly more traditional menu theme of having half of his face basically featured, which will then transition into the start of the game when you start the game. Yeah, this has a treasures section as well, which is basically bonus content, which has all the stuff. God mode, which is the hardest difficulty. There's Challenge of the Gods, yeah. These secret messages are pretty... They're funny because they're super cringe, at least one of them I remember was. Which I'm going to try and see if we can do that on this series, but we'll get to it when we get to it. But, Challenge of the Gods, there it is. Yeah, that's basically kind of like the Challenge of Hades we had in the last one. Yeah, there you go.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
So as some people may notice, there's a meme where it has Kratos jumping off that cliff. That is the origin of that meme. So it doesn't look like you can really rotate the triangle heavy after you start it, unless it's the original one. I'm pretty confident there's nothing up here. I had time there again. In the first couple games, the very first quick time event has the same one, the same button for all the options. You just mash the one button and you know it'll be fun. Just making sure all the audio was working, because I had to mess with the capture card recently. Fuck. That's what happens when you are not patient. Yeah, there's a part quite a bit later in the game where It's this map, pretty big area where you're just beam walking like that for a good while. A bunch of saws rotating everywhere. It's very cool addition to the gameplay loop, I think.
Stay away! Stay away from me!
Kind of nice to actually talk to this dude.
I know who you are, Spartan. I know what you've done. I would rather die than be saved by you.
So yes, again, Kratos did some questionable things under his servitude during Ares. That is just what that guy is referencing. But yeah, obviously, having played the game so much, outside my first couple playthroughs, I would talk to him, but after that, I was just running right past him. Which obviously, in the essence of this series, I'm not going to be doing that stuff. Wow, man, that's the hardest mode for you. Serious, dude? One hit from a heart to take you down to half health. That's insane. I feel like there might be an achievement for getting through this without killing any of the civilians, but I just don't know, honestly. There we go. I probably need to turn the fucking TV down. Yeah, so here's the menu. This was the first game, obviously, and the only game to have bars of power. So as you like get experience, it's like instead of just giving you a quantity, it's a bar. And I think one bar is like 350 experience or something like that. And it's just, they obviously went away with that and all the other ones because it got to a point where, gosh, it was just made it more annoying. I think they might have expected people to kind of use experience as they got it versus just waiting to have enough to upgrade it. Well, at least the health orbs do a lot more in this game than they did in the last one. don't need to give you an experience. It wouldn't be a Pineapple Out video if I wasn't dying to dumb shit, am I right? Can't imagine trying to walk on those wet fucking poles like that, man. Hey man, it's a game, it's a 20-year-old game, bro. You know, like it's definitely doesn't play as well as games nowadays. What can I say? This game's death recap is gonna be on the, the very first episode. There we go.
It's you! The visions, they were real! The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late! We're pinned down! These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
Only they have some bullshit. Oops. From the sound of things, this is where the women are trying to hide from the massacre. Captain's quarters. Need to find a key. Come on, get up there. So this is like, again, very first game, 20 years old, but the wall combat in this game is its most primitive. And if they die off screen, don't get any experience for killing them either. Or I should say, despawn off screen. At the very top. Well, I can kind of see the magic available over there. That's fine. Save point. I'm not sure I've ever noticed that.
Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a task you must complete. This beast, this Hydra, it has terrorized my seas for far too long. Your skills are admirable, but you will need assistance. You will need the power of the gods. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies. Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Alright, so yeah, Poseidon's Rage. This was, quite honestly, is one of the best magics to ever come out of the game. Like, it's just really good. Oh, I thought I remember that. Yeah. Except the gods in this game are depicted differently than they were in basically any other one. They're kind of more classical, if that makes any sense, in this game. Or in the other ones, they kind of made them, I guess Zeus still looks pretty classical, but other than that, the other ones are a little more kind of ready to fight, I guess. Which, I guess the whole point is that they actually are kind of fighting in a sense in the other ones. So, something I forgot to mention at the intro is that this game, the first game, takes place 10 years after Ascension does. 5 years after Chamber of Olympus. So he's basically just been running around serving the gods for 10 years. Yeah, it's nice to have the orbs actually do something in this one. The last one, too. I don't think a single freaking health chest once filled me up all the way. Like, it's definitely nice.
Get them away from the ship!
Why won't they die?
It's the giant one! He keeps healing the others! No, God! We'll never get out of here! Doomed! We're doomed! We're all... Sign it. Save me.
We just still dangling in the teeth there. Oof, I didn't feel good. Alright, keep not getting the timing on that combo. Good. I always just random spikes for no reason. So the only reason I gotta fight those two is if you try to walk climbing up this thing to fight the big baddie while they're alive, they'll just smack the mast and then you'll fall down basically. Alrighty. So again, in typical God of War fashion, it's always very hype, fast-paced, action-packed intros. Yeah, there's a little trick to this guy where if you just use your magic as he slams down a bite to you, you can stun block him. So this is like literally the easiest boss in the entire franchise. You also get your magic back for almost all the attacks, so There you go, Kratos' very first boss fight.
Help me! God, help me! Thank you! Thank the gods you came back for me!
I didn't come back for you.
So yes, Kratos is not a good guy. The whole thing about the whole thing that the franchise builds up to is basically his de-evolution as a and his morals as a person. Or he starts off as a kind of like whatever. Especially if you start from Ascension and work your way over, it's like he just slowly but surely just becomes apathetic and then angry. You guys stubborn. Excuse me.
Slaughtered like animals, the victims lay before him, a reminder of his own past, a past he could never escape. His only solace was the sea, endlessly sailing from one harbor to the next in service to the gods of Olympus. All his hopes rested with them. For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many women he took to his bed, nothing on earth could rid him of the horrors that plagued his mind.
Athena! 10 years, Athena. I have faithfully served the gods for 10 years. When will you relieve me of these nightmares?
We request one final task of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares my great city fall. Zeus has forbidden the gods from waging war on each other. That is why it must be you, Kratos. Only a mortal trained by a god has a chance at defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill a god, then the visions, they will end?
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Leaving the rotting carcass of the Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once more. His greatest challenge and freedom from his growing madness lay before him in the ancient city of Athens.
So that was a cool thing that this game. The second game had a couple, but this game especially has a lot of the hyper-realistic cutscenes where, yeah, they just look, by today's standards, hold up. You know what I mean?
Stay, Kratos. Just a bit longer.
We've reached Athens. Get your things and get out.
I'm just gonna wait till what he said there. Now, again, in typical God of War fashion, or I think maybe I have to leave the room first. No. Ah, there you go. Jump on the bed. Yeah, you can do the, you know, every guy's dream, right? Three-way, and get you a little bonus XP. And that's how you know Kratos is a real man. He lasted a whole, like, 5 seconds. That's 5 times longer than I can last. Yeah, if you're doing that, get you the experience needed to level up your weapons one more time. Oh yeah, we actually get to an actual proper rage in this one too. So yeah, very typical of video games in general, action video games in general.
Blades,
Is, you have a super ability basically, where you can get increased damage, increased health, crap like that. But you can see with the blades when they're level 2, that's kind of what they look like in those hyper-realistic cutscenes. That's basically what they look like on my wall right there too. Which I just had a fun idea that I could maybe try and get some sort of yellow light bulb maybe to put up in there on the eye sockets on that, but I don't really care that much. But I guess I would have been kind of cool in hindsight. So again, something that the Chains of Olympus kind of hinted at, but the whole story of that is the gods are asleep, but Athena kind of serves as your liaison with Olympus.
Destroy Ares, and the gods will forgive you your past.
Alright, so yes, which Ascension kind of retconned was that, which kind of makes sense in my opinion, if I'm being completely honest. But that's basically, you know, the Furies basically fucked with his memory, so he couldn't remember super well. And so he didn't remember all the crap he did, and then after he killed the Furies and regained his memories, all at once, they all flooded back in at once, which then basically gave him, overloaded his mind, basically giving him PTSD, to where he then had these visions. And that's the only reason why he's even serving the gods in the first place, is he's trying to get rid of that. pretty sure there's nothing around here. But never hurts to double check. Ow. That's right, this is like one of the better moves. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about this game is the special abilities you get, where you block and then push a button to do a unique combo is, they're, in this game, it's probably like the worst ones you get. They're not really practical, they leave you really, most of them leave you really exposed. That one right there is probably the only, like, really good one, honestly. So you get them in the air and you can have an air combo to do a lot of, you know, hits consecutively. The L1 square one is pretty useful in the air, but that's the kind of the downside of this game, at least in my opinion, is that the special abilities I feel like are really lacking compared to the other ones. They look cool and they're all flashy, and that was probably their main intent in hindsight, but yeah, not super useful in my opinion, in most cases. Great. If that was an I was gonna make me think I missed one somewhere. Which is possible. I want to say there was a feather somewhere on that boat, but I honestly don't remember. That's the more quote-unquote traditional Minotaur look from these games, is these guys here. There's various variations of them, both in this game and in the second one, but that's more or less their shape. Because the only Minotaurs we've seen up to this point in Kratos 4 are the ones from Chains of Olympus, which those ones are a lot bigger. Oh, that sucks. Yes, I don't really like to grab these guys usually because grabbing these guys only gives you like health, really. You get like a couple experience orbs, but that it's mostly just health. So I only grab them if I need it. Because in this game it is possible to upgrade everything in the game in a single playthrough, but you really, really need to like try. Because especially on the hardest difficulty, I think you get less orbs in general. But you have to break every freaking pot in the game, and you'll have just barely enough do it all. Which at the end of the day, I'm not super worried about it, because a couple of the magics I don't really use, but still. Like, and the weapon I don't use either. I just still think it'd be kind of nice to try and upgrade everything.
Have reinforcements arrived? Ares has brought these beasts to Athens! Without help, the city will fall! Gates destroyed! We'll have to fight another war!
And there's a pretty cool enemy design right here. Some very Doom vibes. Ow. Oh, that did so much damage. Those guys are definitely grabbing. That's to get more of these students. Motherfucker. Yep. On Xbox. What the hell? I pushed that button for? There's a bunch of secrets in this city of Athens area. There's kind of a bunch of secrets in general in this game, but I feel like the city of Athens especially is just riddled with them. Oh, excuse me. Motherfucker. See, there were like 2 secrets just in this room alone. Like, which also at this point in the game is not really giving me a whole lot, but still.
Aphrodite.
Kratos, the gods are pleased with your progress, but your current skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand, but you must earn such a gift. Medusa, the queen of the Gorgons. Bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power.
Ooh, yeah, I got fucked up there. Bitch having on my business health.
Freeze and destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of the Gorgon will be yours.
So what's kind of cool about the gaze is that they drop more orbs when you kill them. Ooh, check out those videos.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
So yeah, that was Aphrodite, the Greek god of beauty. She will be making a reappearance in the 3rd game. Again, this area is just filled with them, dude. Filled with them. But yeah, there's another couple secrets in this area too. Which I will do right now just in case I forget next time. Boom, secret. Which is one we cannot get for a little while, but... And boom, another secret. Hopefully it's a feather. Perfection. But yeah, there you go. I'll call it a good stopping point for the first episode, I think. Don't quite got nothing on level 3, but that is obviously fine. And yeah, there you go. It's the first bit of the very first game. So yeah, I will try and see if I can get another one in tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. But if not, it doesn't look like I got anybody to watch live, but if I'm wrong mistaken, thanks for watching. If you catch it on YouTube, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much.